good?
What's poppin'?
I'm Sharíck LaMay.
I'm j.Pin.
And you are watching the season finale
of
LaMay Day Limelight. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us these last 10, 11, well this is the 11th episode. Yeah. It's been quite a journey.
They've been staggered, yes, we know.
I feel so much closer to you.
I know, it's just like, this is really...
You complete my sentences.
Yes.
All
See,
of those things. We just did it. Okay, that was bad. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have a lot going on over the summer, and as you all know, good things happen and we got to keep it rolling. So we'll definitely be back for next season. How do you feel so far with everything we've been doing?
It's been really exciting. Like, I think this show has allowed us the opportunity to get to meet and talk to people across multiple industries. It's just been amazing getting to dive deep and just have candid conversations with people and get to the meat. Get to the meat of how they work and how they navigate through their industries.
I definitely learned a lot, especially from our guests and just from recapping what's been going on in the world. And I know you've educated me on some things, and I hopefully educated you as well. So I'm taking these things with me in my life and applying it to my career, my professional life as well. So I'm happy.
I am too. I think. What was your favorite moment this season?
Oh, what was my favorite moment this season? Oh, there's so many. I definitely enjoyed cooking with Melissa. That was one for the books. And then I think I enjoyed everything. Trey was probably my favorite interview. Trey the Truth. He was my favorite interview because it was such a challenge. Because he was such a, he's such a cool dude, very quiet. You got to really pull things out of him. So that was really one for the books for me. Yeah. And La Julissa.
Yes, La Julissa.
Yeah, I know that was your favorite.
That's my girl. Like I was so glad that she came on and she talked about After Latinidad and everything that's going on with that. And I think that was dope. I think one episode that really stood out for me was when we interviewed Jess Phoenix. You know, like definitely. She's a politician. She's not necessarily a creative, but she certainly had insight, into what her world was like and being a woman in politics and being a scientist.
And she definitely appealed to creatives.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. She appealed to young people. She wants to speak to young people, and I was definitely very inspired by her in that episode. I learned a lot from her too. So I think that was a really dope moment.
Yeah, I actually was watching the polls too. Like I caught myself like, oh, where's Jess?
Yeah.
Shout out to her. That was amazing. Yeah, I think we had a good well-rounded mix of guests. We covered a lot of really cool topics. I know that there's some things that I'm going to be checking out moving forward. I really want to go to the African History Museum that we spoke about with the slave. Coincidentally, after we talked about that, I've been seeing a lot of people posting. Yeah. So maybe we have something to do with that.
I hope so. Y'all better use our hashtag. You know what I mean?
Right. So and then people have been responding very well to our episodes and saying that they like it. So thank you guys.
Make sure you keep following us. We're actually going to go into a little video of Sharíck at VidCon this past weekend.
Yes. VidCon was amazing. It was my first time experiencing it. It was an unexpected treat for the week, being that BET weekend and everything was going on. That's usually my thing for the weekend. So I did something a little different this year. I felt like a granny. Thank you guys. No, but it's a lot of different type of people, a lot of different cultures, and it just really shows, how social media and tech and all of that is really a major component of our society, and all of these famous YouTubers. So hopefully we'll get real.
Julissa was there. She had a panel.
She was there.
She had a panel with Better
Definitely.
Life. Yeah.
So shout out to Quartermain Media, who had a panel called Coloring Outside of the Lines. So I did some press for them, and they had a really amazing panel. I met the creator of Facebook Live.
Oh wow.
Yes. It was, and he was just so cool, and it was amazing. So if you guys don't get a chance to, or if you ever get a chance to check out VidCon, definitely make sure that you do so. It happens every year here in Los Angeles. I think they have another one in another part of the country too. So definitely check that out. And
check out this clip.
Hey everybody, it is Sharíck LaMay of LaMay Day Limelight, and I am here at VidCon 2018. This is my first time at VidCon, but it's the 9th annual, so they have a lot of cool stuff you definitely want to check out. This is is Sharíck LaMay with LaMay Day Limelight, and I have Miss Abby Woods. How are you?
I'm great. I'm really enjoying VidCon. Thank you so much for taking time with me.
Of course. So you just did an amazing panel, Coloring Outside the Lines. It was very interesting, very, very informative. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to do this panel.
You know what? Quartermain Media has always been about trying to connect brands with and advertisers with African American influencers. And what I found is that there's the lack of voice. Our voice is like low. It's there, but it's low. And we need these opportunities to raise the volume.
Right.
We got to raise the volume on our conversation, what we need, what we want, what we don't like. All of those things are so necessary. You know, when you upload something and, you know, it says publish, it's not just going to your neighborhood. It's not just going to your family and friends. It is truly going around the world. It has the capability of going around the world. And so with that, the world is colorful.
Yes, it is.
You know, the world is diverse. It's so full of flavor and energy and culture. And I'm hoping that more and more people will attend VidCon. More and more people will become YouTubers and do things that are creative. And the world needs more art. It always needs more art.
All right, that was dope. Shout out to VidCon.
I'm jealous.
Their curations are amazing.
I'm jealous.
One day we're gonna have a LaMay Day Con.
I wanted an Instagram moment at VidCon. I don't care about you. I'm playing.
But yeah, so again, thank you to VidCon for having us in Quartermain Media, and we're gonna actually get into our final interview of the season.
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited to meet this guy.
Juneau Lake. He's
yeah.
so amazing, amazing vocalist. He's sung background for
Stevie Wonder, Beyonce, Etta James,
Justin Bieber,
Jason Derulo.
He's just dope.
Yeah.
He's just so amazing.
Who is this guy? I want to chat
I'm happy
with
to be in his presence. I went to his event that he had. It's like his coming out party for his music. So we're going to get to know him. And then we have a special treat right after that. So,
Bam. All right, everybody, we're really excited to have singer-songwriter Juneau Lake here with us at the LaMay Day studio. What's poppin', man? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
He's fresh. He's real fresh
he is
today.
fresh. He came
Blue
prepared
was the
and ready.
color.
Definitely.
He got the memo. Dope.
I'm glad you guys, thought about me.
So, okay, really quickly, I was at your event that
Yeah.
you just had. I was completely blown away, completely amazed. Your voice is amazing.
Thank you.
Congratulations and happy birthday, by the way. It was his birthday party / music party. It was dope.
Shout out to all the cancers out there, too.
Yes.
All right, Cancer.
Y'all okay. Y'all just all right. But what made you decide to do an event of that caliber, especially because it was BET weekend? There was just a lot going on.
Oh, man. I mean, it was a lot going on. It was like, I was thinking, okay, I'm not going to ever get another weekend until, because the days move.
Right.
So I was just like, and it was also like another step. I've done background. I've done a lot of events. I've done all the things in the back. But now to present myself, even more than just doing other things with other people, like to own this event. Like I actually created it. I made the band, I had promotion.
Right.
That was a major step.
Right.
So, I mean, I just felt like either this is the beginning of what an artist should do. So, it was a good vibe. I felt great. It was stressful, but at the same time, I felt good about it.
I think that's with like any event, like
Yes.
just us knowing, just having events, background in events, it's kind of crazy. I can imagine the artist putting on his own thing, but that's dope that you take ownership. I like to see creatives take ownership and have an entrepreneurial mind, so that's really awesome.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a beginning for me. It's definitely a beginning for me. It's either it tells you whether you can do this as an artist, or you can just go back, doing shows with background, doing just regular stuff.
Right.
So for our viewers, I guess for the ones who don't know who you are, maybe give us some background on who you are, who you have worked with.
Oh man.
Speaking of background, right?
Right.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can give you a little bit. Like I moved from Oklahoma. I was born here, but my family, we moved to Oklahoma City. I came back in 2011, and I started off just doing open mics, you know, all kinds of weddings, whatever you have you. And then I just started hustling, and you know, people started hearing about me, and then I started to work. You know, my first gig was singing on tour with Justin Bieber.
Oh wow.
We did like a 2-year tour, and then from there I went to Stevie Wonder. Like I got a 2-for-1. Like I did Stevie Wonder, and I sung at Etta James Funeral at the same time.
Oh, wow.
And then and then Beyonce at the Grammys at the Stevie Wonder tribute, which was like okay. Then Jared Leto, 30 Seconds to Mars. Then Jason Derulo on tour.
He's all over the
Just like he's so modest.
All right.
That's amazing. So it seems like it just kind of started off with one, and then it just catapulted you and kept going and kept going. That's amazing.
Yeah, it grew.
Did you always feel like you were supposed to do more? Like even though you worked with all these huge names and you were singing background, so to speak, did you always feel it in your spirit that you wanted to just kind of bust out and break out? Or
Not really.
No,
not really. The thing about being like getting caught up in the industry, you can become complacent because it's easy. Like what else do I have to worry about? Like I'm doing this with this artist, I'm comfortable. So it's hard to figure out. It's hard to separate. I don't know if you guys seen that Netflix film 30 Feet from Stardom.
No, but we
Wait, isn't that the film about background singing?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I know. I've heard of it.
It's really that hard though, because you really get, you know, just caught up in just going on tour. It takes up a lot of your time. So, you know, it took me a moment to actually just to reflect and develop myself and say, you know what, let me just push myself out. I don't want to be, it's just like being a boss, working for someone who, you know, you're like, do I want to continue working for my boss? I want to be my own person. I mean, that's what I want to do.
Right now, you worked with Beyonce, and I heard you worked with her twice. So, I mean, that's a thing. It's Beyonce.
It's a thing.
It's a Beyonce.
It's a real thing.
You know, I sang for this one. You sang for Beyonce. Now that's some real stuff. Okay, so I need to know, what was that like? What was her character like? What's her personality? What are the people around her like? I'm so intrigued.
Man, Beyonce, she's just incredible. It was just like, it's just like being right here with you. It was like that. She didn't have security all everywhere. She made it comfortable. When she first walked in the room, it was like, and then after that, it was like, okay, this is the homie. We ate fried chicken. She took a piece, she threw it away. But we spent 2 weeks with her.
Oh, wow.
And every day she was there. She was either there before us, or she was there after us. So watching her really inspired me on what an artist should be like. I worked with plenty of artists before, and some of them just be like, I do whatever I want. I show up whenever I want. But she had so much dedication. This was just for a TV show for 5 minutes, just for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And when we rehearsed, we would probably rehearse, gosh, there would be days where we would run it 10 times. Like she'll sing it. She'll sing Precious Lord, then after that, again. And she was just trying to find this moment. But what really stuck out with me is when we were about to do the show, we were about to pray, and she was like, guys, I'm nervous. And I was like, you're nervous? She was like, this is just different from me. And I'm sitting there looking at her, I was like, man, if you're not nervous, then you're still not, you're just not real.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
pay attention. Beyonce gets nervous too.
If you're not nervous, that's a tweetable, like Oprah says, a tweetable moment. If you're not nervous, it's not real. I love that.
It's not real. So it was just like, that moment was just like defining for me. It was just like, it happens to all of us.
Right.
And even when we were on stage, man, I tell my friends this all the time. They were like, dude, the way that she looked at her husband and the way her husband looked at her was just like, that's my babe.
Oh.
She was about to kill. Because I was right next to her. It was like I was right behind her.
Right.
So, you know.
Like Beyonce, are you there? Are you there, Beyonce?
But yeah, her work ethic is incredible. So it teaches me that, you know, I should bust my ass all the time. There's no excuses.
There you go.
You know, so.
What I really want to point out is that you're very well-rounded as far as the artists that you've worked with. You mentioned Rod Stewart, then Beyoncé, then Stevie Wonder, then Etta James. I mean, you're crossing genres, generations.
Right.
Give us some insight on that. What is it like switching from one very distinct artist to another?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, mostly it's really just dedication and retention. You got to come prepared. They tell you if they want you to sing some rock, you got to be prepared for that. They want to hear country, you got to be prepared for that. They want to hear opera, you got to be ready.
Right.
So, so it's just like being a singer. Most singers professionally, you learn everything. So it's a lot in our training.
Right. So you have an EP that's coming out. So to kind of piggyback on that, I heard a lot of your music at your event. So you do have your own range. So how do you kind of decide, okay, I want to be more rocky for this, or I want to be more R&B? Like, do you have one specific genre that you prefer to stick to, or are you just kind of all over?
I'm sticking with alternative.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm gonna give you a flair of everything. You know, I'm gonna dip in a little bit, so you know exactly where I'm going. Like certain parts in the songs, I'll give you a nice little riff or run. But with alternative, what touches me a lot is just the songwriting, and it's also just pure. Like it's just real clean, so you can just hear mostly. There's not a lot going on. It's not like an 808. And I'm really keen to guitars, so I love an acoustic.
Yeah.
You know, it's very heartfelt for me. So.
Nice.
How many tracks are going to be on the EP?
It's gonna be 6.
Okay.
It's gonna be 6, and there's gonna be an interlude.
Okay.
And I already got the title. It's gonna be called "I Wish You Were Here."
Okay.
What are you talking about? Right.
All right. No, that's dope. So when can people expect to see that?
We're shooting August.
Okay.
Late August.
Dope.
Okay.
Late August.
And are you still doing background singing as well while you're doing this, or are you dedicating
I'm
everything
dedicating.
to this?
Yes.
Right on.
I'm
love it.
dedicating
I
it.
love
Yes.
it. And what made you decide to do that?
You know, God just ordered my steps.
Amen.
You know, he just like, look, this is what you meant to do. And that's how it just worked. It was like almost I didn't want to do it, but it was like, no, this is what you need to do.
Right.
So it just happens. You know, it's just those moments where you're fearful, and you just like, if you're comfortable in the situation, you're never gonna get out of it. So I felt like whatever happened for me in many ways, it's not saying that I didn't get gigs, it was just like, it's meant for me to be an artist.
Right.
So it's just like, if I didn't, I'd probably be just still caught up. Like, and it's nothing to people who still do it.
Right.
It's just, some people are meant to be singers, some people are meant to be artists.
Right.
That's what separates them.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
was a gem.
Yeah.
We like gems.
Alright.
All right, well, you're going to stay just for a little while. We're going to have like an open forum and bring on some other people to discuss some pertinent questions within the entertainment industry. So you kind of touched on that. I'd like to hear a little bit more about your insight.
We'll expand.
So we're going to go to that right now.